Hey there everybody, and welcome to a new video. This video is actually a collaboration video. It is my very first one, and the amazingly talented and wonderful artist Joysan agreed to do a collaboration with me, which completely blew me out of the water. I've been a huge fan of hers since basically I came to YouTube. I just kind of hung out in the background until like she made it clear that, you know, it's cool to leave comments and things like that. I was like, yep, I'm gonna leave some comments. But I just always felt like I was making a complete ass out of myself when I was leaving comments. But you know, that's another story for another time. But what can I say about Joyce? Well, let's just get the nitty gritty done. She is a YouTube artist, so I will have her linked below. She has a comic called Spice Cake, and she posts it up on Tumblr, and I'll go ahead and have a link for that below. She does have a Patreon, and I believe she just reopened it. Before she had it, she had like a bunch of physical rewards that it was taking too much out of her time and everything. And you know, she gave quality rewards. I know because I was a Patreon, but excuse me. But she's got it reopened now, and it starts off with I believe that the only tier she has is $1, but they're all digital rewards, so you get them right away. She also has an online store where she sells her original artworks, at least the ones that she can bear to part with, and I highly recommend you guys check that out because her stuff is absolutely gorgeous, and you know, it's high quality material. I have two, I think. I have two examples of her work, and I'm just so happy I have them, because I keep them in a little photo album with all my other stuff, and I get to open it and look at it and be like, yeah, I have that. It's cute. What else is there? She does a lot of tutorials, and she's a vlogger, so every now and then she'll post a they're usually pretty good half an hour long vlogs or so, but they usually span a week or so when she does get around to doing them. But she's also a student and she's also working, so she doesn't have a whole lot of time to do the vlogging. She focuses more on her art videos, which I feel are quite a bit. I mean, you kind of, that's what you want to see, so what can you do? You pick and choose what you need to work on, and I do enjoy her art videos because, you know, I pick up a lot of technique or a lot of ideas just from watching her work. Every now and then she has time, when she has time, she'll do a live stream or something, and she's very social in her live stream, so if you guys ever get the chance to go, I highly recommend it, as long as her internet is being cooperative, because I know how it can be. And yeah, and I believe that's the first time she and I actually talked was in a live stream. I think she said something like she'd seen my video or something like that, and I was just kind of sitting back mortified, like, why would you look at that thing? But she was very, very nice, and you know, she encouraged everybody to link their stuff in chat and for everyone to check each other out. So she was very, very supportive of community. She's very outgoing about networking and things like that. So I have a lot of respect. You know, there's a lot of artists who get really offended when you go to their live streams and post your stuff. Now, I mean, obviously if you're being a pest about it, that's one thing, but when the artist invites you to do it, you know, I say do it, because you need to network as an artist. That's all. That's 90% of the job right there, is networking with the right people, and she encouraged it. So, you know, she kind of added to my initial viewer count, because at the time I think I only had like 50 viewers or something, and by the end of the night I had like 25 more. So I was so grateful for that, and that was really my first impression of her. I mean, aside from what I saw in the vlogs, was that, you know, she was really cool about stuff like that. Talent-wise, she has grown so much, and I can't even express to you guys how happy that makes me. And that's something I encourage the entire community, is to be excited for your fellow artists who are growing, and you can see their progress. She has come so far. Initially, she had a very Rumiko Takahashi feel to her artwork, and she admits to that. She was very influenced by that with her initial designs and things like that. But as you can see, if you look at her stuff, it has changed so dramatically. Her watercolor work is just, it's phenomenal. It's not even like pretty flower watercolor work. It's nice, blocky, like almost cartoony, but not really. Like, it's got elements of both cartoony and fine art in them, and just balanced balance and things like that really, really make me happy. Like, so happy, you guys have no idea. So there's that. She's very active on Twitter. She's very active on Instagram. She posts a lot of her daily works on Instagram, so I highly encourage you guys to follow there. I think she's Snarky Tuna on there. I can't remember, but I'll have a link below. But yeah, that's where you'll see a lot of her daily works. And then her YouTube videos are just basically, you know, the works that she shows that she takes the time to film and things like that. So that's really why people and artists in particular have to kind of go multi-social media on the world, because there's certain ways or certain social medias that are better for certain things, like Instagram for your daily stuff, YouTube for the actual videos that you want to show. But anyway, let's get back to the point here. So our collaboration, when we were talking about what we were going to do, we decided to go ahead and basically just do each other's original characters. She right away jumped on Piper, and I don't blame her. Piper's adorable. So I was like, all right, well, I had to think about it because Joy, she has characters, but you know, most of her stuff is sort of like one-shot characters, or one-shot artworks. So I had to really think about it, and really all that came to mind was Stella and Abbott from Spice Cake, and I was like, well, I could do either one of those, and I got to thinking about it. I was like, well, I'll do Stella because we kind of know Stella a little bit more because of the comic. Abbott's just kind of there. He's chilling, you know, in the background, kind of bumming off her for, you know, French toast and things like that. But yeah, so this is Stella, and Stella is, I want to say loosely, but I think it's highly based off of Joy, and I think she even admits to that, so it's okay for me to say it. But she's very, okay, so my mentality or my feel for her is that she's very fun, but she has a bit of anxiety and a bit of lack of self-confidence in herself, which I feel like a lot of artists can relate to, because, you know, we all want to think that we're great and everything, but when you're looking at other people or people who are a little bit more successful, you tend to be intimidated. And when it comes to Stella in the comic, when she's meeting other chefs and things like that, she does strike me as a little bit anxiety ridden, like she's not good enough, but she really is good enough. So yeah, the comic is still relatively new, but even within the comic pages, and if you guys go read it, I highly encourage you to stop and take a look. You can see that there's development throughout. You see that she starts almost immediately in the first few pages pushing those camera angles and changing the style up quite a bit. So yeah, go check out Spice Cake, guys. It's nice. I did kind of, when I said I was going to do Stella, I reminded her that she hadn't updated it in a while, so I think that there's going to be some more updates coming here pretty soon. But yeah, so I really enjoy the comic, and most of what I see, though, is what she does post on her Instagram, so yeah. And between that and just her social attitude and her encouragement, because she does encourage quite a few artists. If you're ever in her live stream sometime, you can hear her encouraging artists to try different things, or, you know, to tell them, no, this is really good, to, you know, give nice, fair, honest opinions on what she feels about their artwork and things like that. Totally respect that, because I don't feel like it happens enough. And when it comes to YouTube artists in particular, and I'm not bashing anyone, so don't take it that way, is that they tend to get so overwhelmed with their fan base that they kind of regress and don't really talk to them. Joy seems like she's the opposite, in that she does make it a point to talk to all of her fans whenever she gets a chance. She's responded to every comment I've ever left, so yeah. But yeah, again, she's, with that watercolor and everything and the progression that I've seen, it's just been an absolute treasure watching her in her journey. I know that she said that she started her YouTube channel because she made that very difficult decision to stop the career she was in and go back to art school. And I feel like that was an excellent decision on her behalf, because now she has something to look back on, and for people who care about her to look back on and see how her journey has gone. And I highly believe she's going to be one of the best illustrators out there in the near future. Her talent just, it blows me away, and it's original in its appearance and its execution. So I have total faith that she is going to become a fantastic illustrator. And I'm very, very proud of her for taking that step in the direction that she did, because it's not an easy one to take. Trust me, I've been there. Granted, I was 19. I didn't have a career. I was working retail. So I was like, well, I'll go to art school. So it wasn't that big of a deal to me. But I know that if I had to make that decision today, I wouldn't have the courage to do what she did. So nothing but respect for her for what she has done. And I truly, truly believe that we're going to see some amazing things from her in the future. So if you guys aren't already subscribed to her, I highly encourage you to hop over to her YouTube channel and check it out. Go ahead and subscribe to her, leave a comment, compliment her, and just be sure to show the love.